Alright, hello everybody. This is Scompy again. I'm doing a video here with my electrosmog meter. Right here, I just turned it on. You can see my background radiation, actually should be holding it like this, is 0.0005 milliwatts per square meter. And what that means is that's basically just background radiation of radio frequency EMF. And that is normal. That 0.0005 is just background from the sun generation of RF. And we always have that amount. Now, what's interesting is I've got a game console over here. I'm not going to mention what it is, but I'm going to show you what happens. So, as you can see here, I've got this game controller, and you can see my meter still on, and the entire unit is off. Now I can turn on the unit from here by hitting the power button, and I will do that, and it just turned it on. So as you can see, as I just turned it on, it went up a little bit. It's going up to like 0.0028 there. I got a reading. The moment I turned it on, I actually got a 5.0 reading on this controller here. So I will go ahead and push it at the TV and load the game that's in it, and immediately you can see what's going on with my electrosmog meter. I'll turn it back off and on so you can actually see it light up. I'm not sure if it's going to register here, but the light goes off after a period of time. But if I have it on here and I hold it really close to the controller, I get up to, on average, somewhere between 15 to 30. If I hold it right up to it, I can get numbers here actually up into the 40s. I just hit like a 49 there. And that's just by getting really close to it, right? So think about it. You're playing on your console, and it's like you're on your cell phone. I mean, you're actively touching this controller, just like you'd be actively touching a cell phone. But the difference here is that on a cell phone, you're usually around 10 to 20 milliwatts per square meter. And here, especially if you're touching near the front, like if I just like kind of push it around here in different areas, it's just a constant, like right there, I'm just hitting like constant between 20 and 40 milliwatts per square meter, which is quite interesting. If you think about it, because when you're on your cell, it pulses from the cell phone tower, at a rate of, you're hitting somewhere between even just only 1 milliwatt per square meter up to maybe 10, and it like comes and goes and comes and goes. It's like this constant reflection. But here on this game console, I just get continual, putting the meter up here, I just get continual constant RF just coming off it. Now also another measurement here which is kind of interesting too is that, pulling, not if you're touching it, but if you keep it away and kind of like doing some searches around here, I'll just pull it up here so you can see it a little better. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see. I'm using a tripod here and I'm trying to like look into the back of the video to see if I'm getting it on camera here. But like, if I kind of like pull it around the area here, it's somewhere between, maybe like right there, just holding it 4 to 5 to 6 milliwatts per square meter, which is not good. I mean, you want it like 3 or less, and preferably you want it 0.1 milliwatts per square meter or less for human health. That's what most people say online if you go around and you look at what recommendations are. I'm not going to get into the science at this time, the deep science of the problems with RF. I can just say that people are suspecting now that RF is going to dehydrate you. RF is going to maybe cause issues with blocking UV on your skin for releasing vitamin D. UV is potentially going to cause sleep problems. There's a whole myriad of problems, RF, what am I saying, UV? Radio frequency EMF. Radio frequency EMF is going to be problematic in many ways. We're going to find in the future when a lot of these studies really confirm the suspicions of what's going on here. We already know I actively get tinnitus, and if I'm in an RF field like this for a good, I don't know, like 15-20 minutes, my ears will just start ringing, and that's not even if I'm touching the controller. It's usually somewhere, you know, like I said, above 1 milliwatt per square meter. Over a period of like 15-20 minutes, the tinnitus will like start kicking in. And of course, if the intensities are really high, like for instance, right when a cell phone connects to a cell phone tower and you're really far away from the tower, I can register like 500 to 700 milliwatts per square meter. And that, just by the connection of that, and if I'm in the area, then within like a minute, sometimes I hear ringing. So it's kind of like my own internal detector is my tinnitus of knowing if I'm in an RF field. So right there, you know, people take drugs for their tinnitus to try to like reduce their ringing in their ears. So that's a minor problem in comparison to what's going on, but it's just like an indicator that we're being struck with this energy and we're not thinking about what it's doing to us biologically or actually biophysically. So I am going to, like right now, just having this controller, you know, sitting on the armrest and having my electrosmog meter kind of close to it. I'm just, you know, here, I'll tilt the camera down here. I'm just averaging 0.2 to 0.4 milliwatts per square meter, which is, again, like you want it to be 0.1 or high or lower, 0.1 or lower for just decent human health. You can see it pulsing in the green there. Actually, I'll turn it to a different camera mode here so I can get in real close. See if I can. Okay, so yeah, you can see 0.2. If I bring it closer to the, I'll just lay it down here next to the armrest. Now I'm up to 1 to 2, you know, pulsing in, and you can see how far away it is. But when you get close to touching, just put it close there. You get close to touching, and now it's at 11. I mean, 11 is just like 13. I mean, that's like it's worse than being on a cell phone. And then if you're actually touching the thing, I'll try to have the meter get really close to touch it. That's just a 16, 17 average. But like I said, if I adjust this meter at certain places here, I can, like right there, I'm hitting 50s. You know, right there, I'm hitting like a 81 even in the 70s. So like it's, wow, that's like 115. See what I'm saying? Like this thing is just like kicking up more than a cell phone would on connection. And then usually in cell phones, once the connection's made, the connection is decent, right? Like it hits levels down into the, you know, like, you know, 1 to 10 range, not like just constantly like we're hitting here at various levels. You know, sometimes it's 25 like right now, other times it's hitting up past 100. And this is a game console. You're holding it in your hand, and sometimes you're playing these things for, I don't know, 2-3 hours on end, just playing a game. And you're not thinking about the RF coming through your system all around you, bouncing around the whole room, interacting in your body. So wanted to do a video on this to make people aware that RF, you think some sources of RF might be fine, other sources of RF are less, but like you really just have to do the measurements and get an idea of what's going on. So what I'll do is I'll just shut the power down here, and as I shut the power down, you'll probably in the background hear the game console turn off, and then watch my meter. Bam, back down to regular levels. Interesting about this is it's pegged at, oh, there it goes. You know, put the camera back to that other mode so you can see. It's pegged back down to 0.0006, which is basically background radiation levels again. So, yep, that's what we have going on. And it's accumulative going on. This is one source of RF, but in a house you might have your Wi-Fi pulsing. In your house you might have a smart meter going, creating an antenna effect through your wiring in your house. And that's hard to detect on these kind of meters as well. Sometimes they don't get detected at all, and you think you're getting no RF or you're getting no EMF coming out of your house, and you actually might be because of the way they're doing the wiring with the smart meters. That's a whole other issue. You can look that stuff up online. Even we have smart TVs. People are buying smart like dishwashers. I mean, the list goes on and on. Anything that's Wi-Fi connectable, the cell phone's the most obvious, but like it's just crazy thinking about the levels of energy and people not thinking about the interaction with your biophysics. So that's my little video for the day. Hope you all enjoyed. All right, bye.